Grey skies, bit of rain, but every day in Leeds city centre, the team behind me, the LeedsBID Street Rangers, are out keeping our city centre clean. And it's one of our pivotal projects because businesses say to us they want a clean, safe and friendly city centre, and keeping it clean is really, really important. These guys behind me are up in the early hours making sure our city centre is clean, getting rid of graffiti, chewing gum.
It starts at 6 o'clock and we drag all our machinery out. Obviously this time of year it's dark and cold at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we go to various locations around the city centre and doing what you can see we're doing this morning, which is clearing all the chewing gum off and all the grime from the precinct.
We clean the equivalent of the inner ring road 8 times a year just in the city centre, just to keep it clean. And when you think that's just 6 guys with a modest amount of money that's paid for by the business community, in actual fact they do an extremely good job, and more can be done, because if we don't keep the city centre clean, there won't be the investment, people who live here, more students and so on. It's growing, so we need to strategically think that we're ahead of the game in terms of making sure the basics are done to keep Leeds clean, safe and friendly.
We're 7 days a week, we're out in all weathers. Small team, as you can appreciate, but we get around the whole city centre. They do a great job, not just deep cleaning and removal of chewing gum from the streets. We do a lot of work for the levy payers in their doorways, removing some of the litter that we see in those doorways. So yeah, they do a great job.
You get a satisfaction when people come up and explain to you how wonderful the city's looking. You'll get an occasional grumpy person walking past looking down at you, but in general, yeah. And when you've done it, you can compare what you've done to how it was. Yeah, and it's great.
Currently the boilers that we use are greener. They reuse the heat, they heat up the water and they reuse the water.
Electric vehicles, which you see behind me, and specialist state-of-the-art kit that we've developed ourselves to respond to the demands of the city centre.
You never see anyone dropping chewing gum, but they obviously must. So it'd be nice just to sort of like have a second thought. There's bins about the city centre with the litter and the chewing gum, just dispose of them.
It is very satisfying to see when you come to a street, it's dirty, it's got gum all over it, and then to see that cleaned completely. On Albion Place, the guys have just finished. It brings up the stone. It looks immaculate. It really does.
I think a key thing is collaboration, working with statutory partners to then say, well, how do we maintain this standard of excellence? And we can only do that by working collaboratively together, investing together as the city grows and expands.